Welcome back to Great Day Washington. You see the food labels: organic, all natural, healthy, and sometimes you can't help but wonder, are these foods really better for me?
Well, here with a new way to navigate the food label clutter is Alexander Gillett. He is the CEO of HowGood. Welcome, Alexander.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
There you go. We've got some food here. How do we know if it's good or bad, or in between somewhere?
We pulled together over 1,000 industry experts and PhDs to basically look at every growing practice from around the world and say, hey, which ones are the best both environmentally and socially? You know, is a certain pesticide poisonous for me? You know, or is it safe for me and my family in the world? And we simplify all of that information so when you're right there at the shelf edge, you can find products that are good for you and your family.
Excellent.
Okay, so how do we get started? Because I see these labels: great, good, best.
Yeah.
Should I buy good, or should I not buy anything that doesn't have a label? Tell us more.
So anything with a good will essentially is the top 40% of the food system, right?
Okay.
So you're looking at products that are going to be safe for you, that have a lower pesticide profile, better fertilizer to use. People are getting paid a living wage. So if you watched a product being made from A to Z, and you were actually there, like at the farm, to understanding all the practices that went into it and how they affect you, how good would you feel about it?
Oh, so more than organic and the sustainably being made, you look at how the worker is being paid.
Both, yeah. So the fair trade, you know, whether or not this is coming from a source, you know, there's unfortunately slave labor in a lot of the food system. We make sure that none of that ends up on your plate. So you get to vote with your dollars. You get to support companies that you're going to feel really good about creating the world that we all want to live in.
How do you research that? That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we spent over 10 years building out the research database. We have over 350 different data partners, over 250,000 rated products. Largest database on food sustainability in the world, and we just want to give it out to people. So there's a free app, you can download it, and you can scan any product in any grocery store, or you can go to locally. This summer, Giant Landover is going to be launching the ratings throughout all of their stores, so as you're walking through, you'll see the ratings right on their shelf edge.
And then, in addition to the ratings, you have this little thing here. I'm going to grab it, because you told me I could.
Yeah.
It says pull. What happens when we pull?
Well, as you guys have a lot of questions about our ratings, and so do customers when they're in a grocery store. So it's just to give more information, you know. It's to show them what's behind those ratings. We want to create transparency, and that's about being honest and really showing people what's behind the label, and not just whether or not it's organic, but you know, where that matters, where that has a big impact. You know, you can have a product like this is olive oil. It's not an organic product, right? But its standards are really high, and the pesticide profile is really low. So you can take that home, even though it's not organic, and know it's still good for you. Versus there are other industries where you're really going to want to focus on a product being organic because it's a higher pesticide profile.
Like what?
A lot of the fruits or sweeter objects. You know, they attract a lot of bugs, and so the pesticides that are used to keep them off, there's typically higher volumes of those. So this allows you to, you know, that's a simplified version of one of the things you can do, but this allows you to kind of have all that information right at the
And
point
these
of
labels
purchase.
are at our food stores, right?
Yeah, so locally they're launching in Giant this summer, and also in Fresh Direct probably towards the fall.
Great.
Or you
Thank
can
very
download
much.
the app, right?
You can download the app and use it in any grocery store you like, or right at home. You know,
I'm glad to know
check
the
your
box
favorite
salad,
items.
since I'm getting skinnier. In 2017, the box salad says best. So thanks
Yeah.
for that tip.